Donald Trump has said so many absurd things that researching this video felt less like political journalism and more like reading the texts in the group chat after your best friend just broke up with their partner that you always secretly hated. Ah, what a loser. He had a tiny dick, small dick, little man. Donald Trump once claimed that windmills cause cancer. He openly bragged about grabbing women. He told people to inject themselves with bleach to get rid of COVID-19, which if I'm honest, wasn't that bad because it got rid of all the right people.
You're an idiot!
If you died from that, there's a point where you gotta take responsibility. And for those people who still like Donald Trump, this video is probably not for you. Today we're looking at the funniest, strangest, and absolute worst things that Donald Trump has ever said. And as always, I'm gonna be roasting Donald Trump and talking about his little neck-gina. Let's get into it. Injecting disinfectant. During an April 2022 COVID briefing, Trump discussed whether disinfectant would in fact kill COVID-19 if injected into the human body.
Then I see the disinfectant, the way we can do something like that. Injection inside, almost a cleaning, because you see it gets on the lungs. That hasn't been checked, but you're going to test it.
He later claimed that he was being sarcastic when he said these things. That's like saying, oh, I heard the oven cooks out germs. Why don't we put people in the oven? Duh! He's giving the same vibes as Hitler.
I'm Hitler! Adolf Hitler!
And just like Hitler's mustache, one day people won't be allowed to have cotton candy hair. And yes, I'm saying it looks like cotton candy because it spends a lot of time around children. Look at the medical expert sitting next to him. She would have studied infectious diseases for the last 30 years. And now she's got to stop the president from drinking Windex. Like, hey buddy, go outside, play some golf. No, injecting bleach was a great idea. We'll look straight into that one. Go outside. Don't run into traffic. That was a bad idea. But do you know why doctors don't put warning labels on top of the bleach telling you not to inject it into your veins? It's because they didn't think they fucking had to. If you do inject bleach into someone's bloodstream, I think you'd be about as pale as Donald Trump. The next clip goes into the same category of what the actual fuck are you saying right now? Why would you say that? You're the president, you flog knuckle. What is wrong with you? Trump claimed in 2019 that wind turbines cause cancer.
It's too windy!
If you have a windmill anywhere near your house and they say the noise causes cancer, you tell me that one, okay?
Okay, so wind turbines cause cancer. I have a desk fan. I must be dying of AIDS. Trump has a very specific relationship with science. If he doesn't know how something works, it causes cancer. But because he's a fuckwit, everything causes cancer. Let's get our health advice from Donald Trump. He seems healthy. Honestly, this is all coming from the guy who eats McDonald's for every single meal. Like he's fucking Richie Rich. McDonald's! He's gonna get a Mick cancer. He also claims that exercise drains the body and you only have a finite amount of movements before you die. Oh, hey buddy. Yeah, no. Trump thinks that windmills are dangerous because they're unpredictable, complicated, and powered by wind. Ironically, that's also how his hair works, although his hair has survived 70 years of wind-blowing exposure. So if anything, he's the strongest argument against his own theory.
No!
During Trump's speech on the 4th of July 2019, Trump claimed that the Continental Army took over the airport during the Revolutionary War.
Out of the revolutionary forces encamped around Boston and New York. It took over the airports. It did everything it had to do.
I know what you're thinking. Why is that stupid? Well, the Revolutionary War ended in 1783. The first powered airplane was made 120 years later. Trump had suffered from a major medical episode called speaking out of his ass. In fairness, Trump did blame the mistake on a malfunctioning teleprompter. The teleprompter said airport when it was meant to say, I'm a pumpkin fucker who doesn't know my history. Now, Trump also said he wanted to bomb hurricanes. For accuracy, these reports were leaked by officials in his office, and there is no video or recording evidence to support these claims. Trump has refuted it, saying that it never happened. However, in my opinion, I think he may have lied. It's like the most American solution imaginable. The weather's attacking us. Have we considered shooting it?
America!
If we did bomb a hurricane, the fallout would probably cause a mass extinction event, killing billions of people overnight. But on the bright side, the radiation has the potential to create the real-life Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Turtles in a half shell, turtle power! In 2018, Trump tweeted to Kim Jong-un, the leader of North Korea, that while Kim Jong-un did have a button that he could press and launch nukes, Donald Trump's button was, in his words, much bigger. Two world leaders were just threatening nuclear war over who had the biggest button. It's kind of like middle-aged men with their sports cars. Let's be honest, he basically just said, my peepee's not small, your peepee's small. Mine's like a baby's arm, and yours looks like Tinky Winky's dick, claiming that his 2-inch destroyer was somehow better than Kim Jong-un's Korean love twig. The way I like to think of Donald Donald Trump's nuke button is like that one scene from Monsters vs. Aliens. They have this giant nuke button and it's identical to the button next to it, but in Donald Trump's version, the button next to it sends in 12-year-olds. I think he was probably the first president that they put childproofing on that thing for. They're like, you gotta push down, then twist. If you can't figure that out, you can't nuke anyone today. The only bright side to that is that we know that no one's getting nuked ever. Speaking of Trump's teeny weeny, his penis came up during a presidential debate. Yes, there were lots of children in the crowd and he couldn't help it. No, but seriously, Marco Rubio joked about Donald Trump having small hands, and then Trump decided to address it during the debate.
Nobody makes fun of me and gets away with it.
Look at those hands. He referred to my hands. If they're small, something else must be small. I guarantee you there's no problem. I guarantee.
America had a presidential debate to determine who controls the military, the economy, and the nuclear arsenal. So as all mature adults who run a country do, Donald Trump used his allotted time to tell the country that his penis was okay. Imagine if it was like Abraham Lincoln that did that. 407 years ago, and also, just so you know, completely normal down there. The founding fathers created freedom of speech. I have a feeling this is not what they intended it for. When announcing his candidacy in June of 2015, Trump said that they were sending Mexicans over the border that were affiliated with drugs, crime, and also saying they're coming over and they're raping, and some, I assume, are good people.
You can imagine what those countries put into the system. They're not putting their good ones.
This comes from the guy who spent more time on Epstein's island than Epstein. I mean, I was thinking the same thing, but about politicians. Politicians are pedophiles, and some, I assume, are good people. Imagine someone introducing you like that at like a wedding. This is Ben. Ben's probably a drug-dealing criminal rapist, but I'm sure that there's Bens out there that are stand-up guys. In a 2005 recording released during his campaign in 2016, Trump bragged that fame allowed him to just grab women.
You know, I'm automatically attracted to beautiful. I just start kissing them. I don't even wait. And when you're a star, they let you do it. You can do anything. Whatever you want. Grab them by the pussy.
It's pretty bad. Billy Bush, the guy he was talking to, lost his job on TV. But Trump also saw major backlash and became the president. At a 2015 rally, Trump mocked a disabled person to his face. I'm disabled! A New York Times reporter called Serge asked him a question. That was his mistake.
Now the poor guy, you gotta see this guy. Oh, I don't know what I said. I don't remember.
Now, there's a time and place to make a joke, but if you're at a press conference, insulting a disabled person directly to their face as the President of the United States, some would say that joke is crippling. Ha! During 2023, at Fox News Town Hall, because where else would this happen, Trump was asked if he would become a dictator if he was re-elected. He answered no, except for one day.
He says, you're not going to be a dictator, are you? I said, no, other than day one.
He wanted to be a dictator for the first 24 hours of getting elected. Yeah, dictator for a day is not reassuring. Okay, cool, so you're just going to temporarily do whatever you want, hey? That's like if your wife came up to you and asked, hey, have you been sleeping with your secretary? Well, technically, yes. But it was over a 24-hour period, so... Oh, okay, what's for dinner? In December 2022, Trump kept saying that he didn't lose the 2020 election and that it was rigged, having his little toddler tantrum in the supermarket. He said that because the election was fraudulent, all rules, regulations, articles, even those found in the Constitution, should be terminated. Basically saying that Trump loves the Constitution because it provides him with lots of toilet paper to wipe his ass with. I understand not wanting to read the terms and conditions, but this is taking it a bit far.
You didn't read the terms and conditions.
Now for my favorite part of the episode, welcome to the roast of Donald Trump.
Nobody knows more about taxes than I do.
I mean, that kind of makes sense, since you've been evading them for years.
I went to an Ivy League school. I'm very highly educated. I know words. I have the best words.
He does have the best words. He just doesn't put them in an order previously recognized by English.
I know more about ISIS than the generals do, believe me.
Brother, you can't spell ISIS. Person, woman, man, camera, TV. Trump used this sequence of words to showcase his cognitive abilities. It's also the first words you teach an ape when you're teaching it how to sign, which is impressive that Trump is nearly as smart as an ape. Donald Trump looks like if they tried to do Weekend at Bernie's with the president. What do we do with the corpse? Oh, just chuck some fake tan on it. His hairline's receding from his head quicker than he recants a statement after a press conference. Nobody really knows what's going on up there because even Donald Trump's hair signed a non-disclosure agreement. He calls himself a stable genius. Technically, he has spent a lot of time surrounded by horse shit, so stable might be accurate. His relationship with his voters is the same as his relationship with his wife. He paid for it. Now, there's hundreds of clips I couldn't fit into this video. I mean, seriously, this guy's like the whack-a-mole of dipshit comments.
Whacking moles. Hit him on the head. Whack.
But let me know what your favorite Donald Trump quote was. Also, leave a guess in the comments. How long do you think this video will be up before I get sued by Donald Trump? If you're an American who was upset by any of the comments I made today about Donald Trump, just remember that your constitution has a great little cause called the right to free speech, and I can use that free speech to tell you to go suck a dick.